is the fusion factor.
Hello, my name is Justin Oldham, and I am the creator of AC After Collapse. It's a post-apocalyptic role-playing game, and in this brief YouTube episode, I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. For me personally, what you're seeing here in these pages is the result of more than 30 years of work. I first had the idea of what this was eventually going to be back in 1983 of all things, so I'm dating myself just by telling you that much. The basic rule book is 280 pages long, so there is a bit of bulk to it. But you'll be introduced to the backstory behind the calamitous events that lead to the collapse. You'll get a walkthrough of the character attribute systems. You'll see how we describe and break down poison and radiation. And there will, of course, be the necessary, mandatory, I say, combat. All of this is done on a D20-based system using a classless character architecture, meaning that you don't have to be a fighter, magic user, etc. The range of skills you get to pick for your characters are based on the age when the character starts gameplay. Now, quite obviously, what that means is that younger characters will start with fewer skills. Older characters will start with more skills. Unlike quite a few of the role-playing games that you may be used to, the skill system in this game is not directly tied to attributes. We have instead gone for basic skill target numbers that you roll on 1d20, advanced skill target numbers that you roll on 1d20. The difference between the two is that advanced skill represents genuine expertise. Now, in addition to all the things that you're used to, we'll be giving you overviews of food, medicine, armor, weapons, and some electronics. A lot of these things are discussed more in depth in follow-on source books, and at the time the basic rules are published, there are 6 source books that come out in print with this product at the same time, just to make your life easier. All of this includes a detailed backstory that is designed to give you a default game setting, something that you can begin gameplay with immediately. But if you're not a fan of what we came up with, the game's architecture does allow you to generate your own scenarios and campaigns using whatever backstory you might prefer. Although we have called it the collapse of many causes because there was so much going on in the game history as we laid it out, the one thing we chose to focus on was AI revolt. Artificial intelligence here in the early 21st century is a big deal, and it's only going to get more technical, more advanced as time goes on. And quite a few science fiction writers, movie makers, etc. have dealt with this in some detail, but we wanted to use this as a part of the fabric that makes the world come to an end. So I hope you can appreciate that, or at least have some interest in it. And if you don't, there is always the possibility of weaving in terrorism elements, climate change, alien invasion, whatever you might prefer by way of an apocalypse. Now, the folks behind the glass over here are pointing at the clock telling me to hurry up, so I just want to wrap up by saying that not only have we got a game architecture for you with a detailed backstory, but we've already put out the first novel based on this game system. So if you'd have an interest in going to look for Haven's Legacy, I'm sure you can find me somewhere on YouTube saying something about it. So Thank you very much for your time, and by all means, have a good day.
You've been listening to The Fusion Factor, brought to you by Shadow Fusion Books. Find us online at shadowfusionbooks.com.